Ho, 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 friends. Welcome to episode 40 of Cocktails for a Crisis. It's the Christmas edition. Merry Christmas, because this is the last one we'll do before Christmas comes on Friday. And we've been very confused in the Shellberg house about, when it actually is coming and what day it is, and we're all kind of surprised that it's Friday. So anyway, I'm sure you're in the same boat. Time seems to have exploded on us last year, so it's hard to keep track of everything. So tonight we're going to make two holiday cocktails. One that has a special meaning for us because they were served at a party that we heard about but that we didn't go to. And the other one is one I just created tonight, made out of Chartreuse. And I'll tell you a little bit about Chartreuse when the time comes. But the first one we're going to make is the Peppermint Martini. And our friends Clay and Michael in Monmouth, in California now, had a big Christmas party when we were at, I think we were at my niece's wedding, Sarah's wedding, right, Erica? And so we didn't get to go to this Christmas party, but it was legendary because they served these peppermint martinis and folks were just out of control. People were like locking themselves in closets and running around like crazy. It was insane. So, I'll make one of these for Erica and she'll lock herself in the closet sometimes. No, I'm just kidding. I know, I'm sorry. Been in the lab. Just moments ago we were in the lab. So anyway, I'm going to make my version of the peppermint martini, and I think I've got this thing going pretty good. So you're going to use vanilla vodka if you can find it. It's kind of, I went to Kroger's today to try to find some, and they didn't have it. So this is a remnants of the bottle I got last year. So you're going to put. This is a pretty sturdy drink. You're going to see why people were locking themselves in closets and stuff. So it's going to have 3 ounces of vanilla vodka. And you're going to make it in your mixing glass. And then you can use peppermint schnapps or whatever, but I use this Dr. McGillicuddy's Intense Menthol Mint. It's pretty potent. See that, Erica? And so I'm dialing it back because this is so intense to about a ½ ounce, I think I decided on. There we go. Yep, that's about a ½ ounce. Pour that in there. If you like it super minty, you can kind of play around with the mint stuff. And then put ice in there. Notice I'm using refrigerator ice because it's cheaper than the store ice that I normally buy, and you're not going to present it with this. So this is just all about keeping it cold. And so one of the mistakes I made when I made these before was I just chilled the liquor. And I've learned that it's better to get a little water in there because it opens up the flavor and makes it not quite so potent. So that's what we're doing here. We're not just chilling the liquor, we're making sure we mix it like a martini in the mixing glass. So that should be pretty good there. Pour that in our cool Rydell martini glass. There we go. And then the cool thing is, you really mix it a while, and you can see these little ice crystals forming on top. And I think that's when you know you've got a really good sort of martini type drink. And then you're going to use your little baby candy cane. See the little baby candy cane? And you're going to kind of display that on the side. Woof, look at that. Oh my God. That's the prettiest drink I've made in a long time. So this is the Peppermint Martini. Cheers. Oh, that's good. And the thing about this is it didn't taste like it's that strong, but you just saw what I put in it. So it's pretty strong. All right, so that's the Peppermint Martini. So the next one I'm going to make is called Santa's Helper. And Santa's going to need a lot of help after he has one of these because this is pretty strong too. It's made out of Chartreuse, and there's a great story. This is what inspired me to do this. I knew about Chartreuse because of the Arnold poem, the Grand Chartreuse. Is that what it is, Erica? The Grand Chartreuse, which is a wonderful poem by Matthew Arnold, and in fact, when I taught a Victorian literature class back at Monmouth, we read that poem, and then at the end of the semester, I bought a bottle of this and brought it to class the last day, and we all tasted it. So it's kind of got a little sentimental value for me. But it's the most herbaceous liqueur I've ever had in my life. Apparently there's only 2 monks that know the recipe for this. There's a monastery in the Alps where they've been making this since the 1700s, I think, the 18th century. I may have the date wrong. 1605, sorry. So that'd be the 17th century, so it's even older. So this stuff is the most, just the nose on this thing is amazing. So, and you can find this at a decent liquor store. So I encourage you to get a bottle of this. You can jack up a lot of great cocktails with that. So that's the main thing there. But I got to clean this out because I don't want to pollute. I don't want to pollute the Chartreuse with the menthol mint. Because I don't think monks were making menthol mint. I think it was some corporation that made up Dr. McGillicuddy or whatever and made it sound like it was something. But maybe there is a history there. I don't know. But certainly not from 1605. Okay, so Santa's helper, and look at that color. Oh, I love that color, green. Just for the holidays. So with this, and I go heavy on the, I gotta rinse this out too. I go heavy on the Chartreuse, but you may lighten it up if you need to, because it is pretty strong. And I go heavy because I want the color to be green. I want it to be a pretty drink. So we're gonna put an ounce of Chartreuse. And then we're going to use gin. We're going to use 2.5 ounces of gin. I kind of dialed the gin back a little bit. But the Chartreuse is pretty high octane. 1.5 ounces, and then I said I was going to do 2.5, right? There we go. So yeah, the Chartreuse is like, I can't remember. Oh yeah, it's 55%, 110 proof. So it's pretty potent, So we'll mix it around like that. And then you're gonna mix this a little bit longer, I think, because it's so strong that you really want it to, you want some of that ice to kind of melt down in the water to make it not quite so potent, but it is very, very potent. Look at that color. And there's yellow Chartreuse you can get, which is a little bit lighter, and it's pretty tasty. I've never really had much of that. But this, you can drink Chartreuse on the rocks, and it's really good kind of after dinner kind of drink. I don't know, look at that, friends. Look at that. Oh, and they have little ice crystals forming on the top, so I know it's going to be tasty. And so I decided I would put a little lime twist in there. You know, that's kind of unusual. You usually don't do lime twists. We're going to do that. I should have used my little lime thing that Eddie gave me, but I didn't. So get that oil in there. And this just will make it a little prettier because it'll pop, make the green pop. So look at that. Oh wow, can you see that, Erica? That, my friends, is a pretty drink. So before I drink it though, lots to say. Christmas, oh my gosh, I love Christmas. There's no better story than a baby. I do this, oh my God, a baby coming to save everybody, right? A baby under a star coming to save everybody. Whether you believe in the Christian faith or not, the story is amazing. And, you know, just the idea that grabs me even more is the potential, right? That a little tiny baby, you know, has the potential to change the world. Just like all little tiny babies have the potential to change the world. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I really haven't been in the lab that long, but every time I talk about the baby Jesus, I just get this way. So anyway, I've got a lot to be thankful for. I've got a wonderful family. I love my children. I love my production staff, also my wife. I love my friends, my brothers. Oh my gosh, brothers, I miss you. We're going to really miss being with Uncle Bill and Aunt Barbara. We usually spend the holidays with them, or they come up here. Last year they came up here. Really sorry not to do that, but that's the right thing to do right now, and that's going to make it that much sweeter when we can all get together. So friends, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa's around the corner. I hope you have a wonderful holiday and you find great ways to celebrate this strange and unusual Christmas. Cheers. That's good.